8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Monday, so that means 3 things. 1, I'm not EMCM. 2, it's a Mamba Monday. And 3, it's time for the 24 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of poverty's environment, the Chuck Paul. Episode 234, Protect Your Neck. Classic Wu-Tang track off their debut album, 36 Chambers. And yeah, you gotta protect your neck, especially when you're talking out the side of your neck. So we'll get into that later. But first off, how you guys doing? Hope you guys enjoyed your week. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I sure as hell did. It was fight weekend. Terrence Bud Crawford against the pride of Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Oh man, it was a goodie. You know what I'm saying? Woo. Before I even get into the fight details, let me play this video of them before the fight. You know what I'm saying? So you guys know that shit was getting real between them.
It's gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
Question for Canelo.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You
Since
mention me
2002.
one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look.
It's gonna be me.
I don't care about nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147. I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
Woo! Nigga Bud was talking that shit. And he motherfucking backed it up. He won by unanimous decision. Judges scored it 116, 112, 115, 113, 115, 113. Bud Crawford, proud of Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? He is now 42-0 by way of 31 knockouts. 5 division champ, undisputed in 3. Junior welterweight, and super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? Yo. During that fight, you could watch Canelo just getting frustrated because he couldn't get his jab off. And Bud was just tagging his ass up. Canelo had one good punch the whole fight, but that was it. And even when Bud stood in the pocket with him, he was just catching them with fucking combos, 4 pieces. You know, I would show a video, but copyright laws and all that, not too much work, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you got Netflix, just go back and watch it. But he did his damn thing. And even in this exchange right here, Bud hit Canelo so hard, he just looked back like, what the fuck? And there was even parts of the fight, like I said earlier, Canelo getting frustrated. Bud hit him with a couple combos or a counter. He just, you know what I'm saying, fix his shorts and get all upset and stomp around the ring a little bit. But yo, it was a good fight to me personally. Like, it was just, surgical. Like, it wasn't like the Errol Spence fight when he just beat the living shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Then Bud tweeted this: for all the nobodies. You know what I'm saying? Look at him with all the belts. Look at Canelo's face. Damn! Treated him like a piñata. And as you can see right here, Bud pretty much out of 12 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hit him more times. God damn. Canelo just 2 and 1 in 2 rounds. First and third round, they both went 50%. But even so, Bud landed 172 out of 552. Canelo 68 out of 338. Sheesh. Whooping them. Look, when I was in Cancun, I was asking all the natives there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, who you got? Canelo or Bud? They're like, Canelo. Without even blinking. I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all gonna be believers. Y'all gonna be believers. You know what I'm saying? But Bud took home $50 million. Nice payday. I think his biggest payday. Canelo walked away with $150 million. Sheesh. Keep in mind, when Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather, he took less as well. During that time, Floyd was getting a guaranteed purse of $41.5 million, potential earnings exceeding $80 million, and Canelo received a guaranteed $5 million. So you see how it's the changing of the guard. Like Canelo's like, all right, cool, well, I'm gonna do for you what Floyd did for me. Now, who's Bud gonna pay it forward to? Because I mean, like, he don't gotta fight anybody right now. He could fucking retire if he wanted to. You know, they can both sit back and pick and choose who they want to fight at this point. You know, Benavidez, Tank Davis, Boots Ennis, you know, maybe Jake Paul and Canelo next year. Who knows, man. But yeah, Bud definitely earned this shit. Congrats to him, man. Congrats to him. Moving right along. If you were living under a rock like me, you probably didn't know who Charlie Kirk was. Charlie K, known for talking out the side of his neck, and he was shot and killed via bullet to the side of his neck. Come on, man. Little dark humor. Come on now. I'm sure you guys are familiar with dark humor. Let's not forget how you folks spoke about Trayvon Martin. Especially George Floyd. Y'all was doing the whole knee challenges and shit. Like, just some dark humor. You know? But on a serious note, the 31-year-old podcaster, right-wing political activist, author, and media personality who co-founded the conservative organization Turning Point USA in 2012 at the tender age of 18, which is pretty dope, and was its executive director. He published a range of books and hosted the Charlie Kirk Show, a talk radio program. Now, who shot Charlie Kirk? This guy right here. 22-year-old Republican Tyler Robinson of Utah fatally shot Charlie Kirk during an event at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. So you mean to tell me a white man in one of the most whitest states in the country, at the most whitest schools, was shot by another white man? Let's continue. What we know, Tyler's family is Republican. He allegedly confessed to his father, and his father and a pastor talked to him into turning him in and surrendering him, make sure he was safe when he did it. He acted alone, and he is not cooperating with the authorities so far. I don't think charges are yet out there as of yet, but they're definitely saying they will put the death penalty on the table. You know, and the governor of Utah, he had this to say. Let me cue this video up.
You know, this bad stuff happens, and for 33 hours, I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us, that somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country. Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I had hoped for, just because I thought it would make it easier on us if we could just say, hey, we don't do that here. And indeed, Utah is a special place. We lead the nation in charitable giving. We lead the nation in service every year. But it did happen here.
Yeah. Sorry, bruh. It is one of your own. In more ways than one. In more ways than one. Yeah, man. And people are saying that people out there celebrating his death. For me personally, look, I don't go out of my way to be an asshole. And again, I didn't know who he was until Wednesday, you know. So you had guys like Dr. Umar post these long soliloquies like this right here. Also, Nick Star, Mitchell Robinson came to his defense also, says I've never the type to get into the political field. And he goes on and goes on. Look, man. Shit happens. Again, some of these same people, I say some, spoke ill of Trayvon Martin, a teen who was fatally killed. Breonna Taylor, minding her business, fatally killed. Oh, they're upset about George Floyd to this day. Just go on New York Post and Fox News. Whenever they get upset, that's who they bring up. Like, I don't know, whatever. Like, hey, I don't bring up Ashley Babbitt talking about she got boomed in the face and she's gone. You know, like, what does George Floyd have to do with me? You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, that's the one they go to. But anyway, you know, sorry, Governor. It was. And it's not like, how can I put this? If you ask me about him, I'd be like, hey, it's whatever. I don't care. I don't wish that happened to him. That's terrible. You know what I'm saying? He had his family there. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know him to have any feelings. And from what I've seen, and I'll show you his low light reel in a second, it's like, yo, he kind of didn't care about my people and had a pretty much stereotypical way of thinking about us. You know what I'm saying? But I do also wonder if the school is liable for his death. You know what I'm saying? But here's his low light reel.
You're gonna remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian. See a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, boy, I hope he's qualified. I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman. I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? Thomas Sowell and Justice Clarence Thomas are far better black role models to celebrate than Martin Luther King. Period. End of story. This guy is not worthy of a national holiday. He is not worthy of godlike status. In fact, I think it's really harmful.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
Interesting. Like, damn. Also, his thoughts on empathy.
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage. But
interesting. So, yeah. And he wants people are telling us to show empathy, but he doesn't believe in empathy. But also, his rant on Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. What exactly is going on here? Well, very few people are willing to actually call this out. From the first time that this was floated as a federal holiday, I am thankful and proud to say on this program we opposed it. This is not about out of many one. No, it's about a certain skin color now gets their own summertime celebration. The exact same thing that happens before NFL games where they play the black national anthem. This recognition of this as a quote-unquote federal holiday comes right out of the 1619 Project. Look who's most excited that this is a federal holiday. And they're not talking about this as a massive celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Now we have a full day to be able to smear and slander white America.
This holiday is a wedge, and I put in quotes, holiday is a wedge, used to push for countless destructive policies demanded by BLM. And remember what BLM stands for: burn, loot, and murder. Juneteenth becoming a federal holiday is a nationalized race hustle.
First of all, I've never heard someone call BLM that term right there. Like, wow, madness. And what's wrong with Juneteenth? It's a part of American history, Black history, the last freed slaves in the United States. That's a part of American history. What, are you ashamed of it? Whatever. And then his thoughts on gun violence.
So we need to be very clear that you're not going to get gun deaths to zero. It will not happen. You can significantly reduce them through having more fathers in the home, by having more armed guards in front of schools. We should have an honest and clear reductionist view of gun violence, but we should not have a utopian one. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
Interesting. He pretty much said, yeah, you know, the gun death is worth the sacrifice we have to make to protect our other amendments, and he paid the ultimate price. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know, like, live by the gun, you die by the gun. And so my opinion on all this is just like, yo, man, it's crazy, it's fucked up, whatever. But one thing I am disappointed that I wish he did, I wish he took his tour to HBCUs too, because he had a lot of things to say about the black community, and it would have been cool, it would have been dope to see him have these debates with black scholars at their campuses, or even tour the campus, talk to the professors and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, when you just pander to one demographic, you're never going to get two sides of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? President Trump asked that all flags be lowered to half. But I thought, I was doing research. I'm like, yo, he's not a policeman. He's not a fireman. He's not a army vet, nor a politician. So why is he being treated as such? The same man said MLK should be treated like, as a godlike figure, and here people are treating him as such. I mean, hey, who am I to tell you how to mourn? I mean, you can't tell me how to mourn either. You know? But again, I'm not going out my way to disrespect nobody. That's too much. Like, think about it. There are some people who will go on a person's social media page just to insult them. You took time out of your day to go find something you didn't like. That's like me commenting on a Charlie Kirk post, because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know anything about him. Let people have their thing and celebrate them how they want. You know what I'm saying? Also, people are trying to get people fired for saying anything about him that's not in his favor. You know, I'm seeing people online saying that this person was fired, this person was reprimanded, this, that, and the fourth. It's amazing how someone who celebrated and echoed how free speech is needed, in the wake of his death, his followers, supporters are getting people fired over free speech. I don't think he'd like that, to be honest with you. But yeah, man, like Jadakiss said, dead rappers get better promotion. I'm sorry, last one. And one thing I was thinking to myself, what's the difference between Luigi, Mangioni, and Tyler Robinson? Both white, both killed unarmed white men who were unprovoked. You know, they didn't have to kill either one of them. But the killer, as in Luigi, is deemed a hero. And the killer in the Charlie Kirk situation is deemed a monster. I think they're both monsters if you ask me personally. That's just me, you know. Before I let go, I stumbled upon this post earlier from the pastor Howard John-Wesley of Alverez Street Baptist Church in DC. I'm going to play this video for you guys real quick. You know what I'm saying? Check it out.
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America at half-staff calling this nation to honor and venerate a man who was an unapologetic racist and spent all of his life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land. And hearing people with selective rage who were mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life. I am sorry, but there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived. You do not become a hero in your death when you are a weapon of the enemy in your life. I can abhor the violence that took your life, but I don't have to celebrate how you chose to live. I am overwhelmed.
Facts. Woo. If that ain't a motherfucking bar right there. You don't become a hero in death when you are a weapon of the enemy in life. Look, man, I'm having a fantastic week. I completed Devastator, so yeah. Oh man, like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good, God is great. Thank God my paper straight. I am the Poe Chuck Paul. Peace out. God protect your neck.